guys, welcome to Let's Talk Context live. This is episode 24. Welcome. Thanks for watching. So here's the deal. We've been promising new content for a little bit now, and I'm happy to say that we are ready to go. So over the next week or two, you'll start seeing some new content, some new resources available for you to learn English. And so be sure, because not all the resources, not all the content is on every platform. So be sure that you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. There's some news about Facebook. So be sure to follow our page, because then you'll be able to find out what that news is. As well as Pinterest. We're on Pinterest now, Patreon. So all the links to our socials are in the description. So be sure to check it out, because new resources are here. And we've been working really hard putting it together, and I know for sure that you're going to love it. So we're going to start with our word of the day. So the word of the day today, remember, we're having the contest. The contest ends this month. And basically all we're asking is if you want to participate to win either a $25 Amazon gift card or $25 cash deposited to your bank account, listen for the word of the day. Write a sentence using that word of the day. It doesn't have to be a very complex sentence or anything like that. Just a simple sentence using the word of the day, and do it for 10 live streams. So you can go back to our previous live streams to find out what those words of the day were. And then if you do it for 10 live streams, you'll be entered to win the prize, which is the $25 Amazon gift card or cash. So today's word of the day is national, and we're going to use it as an adjective, meaning involving or across a nation. So my sentence is, the national standard will increase if we implement these reading strategies. So the standard for reading across all of the nation will go up if we implement, if we utilize, if we execute, if we start doing or start exercising these reading strategies. That's what my sentence means. So if you want to participate in the contest, go ahead and write your sentence in the comments. Or even if you don't want to participate in the contest, but you want to practice your writing, then enter anyway. Then write your sentence anyway, and we'll give you some feedback if that's what you're looking for, if you don't want to be in the contest. All right, so let's talk about it. Today's topic is seasons. All right, so for many of you, or maybe not for many of you, I won't assume, I will speak for me. So I grew up in the Northeast of the US, and so I've experienced all 4 seasons. We've got spring, summer, fall, which is also known as autumn, and winter. Now, the spring months, that's March through May, summer is June through August, fall is September through November, and then winter is December through February. And so within these 4 seasons, we have to remember that not all parts of the US experience all 4 seasons. Like if you lived on the West Coast in like California, rarely would people in California see snow. But again, like I said, I grew up in the Northeast. So I've gotten all 4 seasons. When it snows, I have to dig my car out of the snow. And I remember one year being in DC, and we had this thing called Snowmageddon, where literally there was so much snow, people's cars were covered. And it was just insane how much snow there was. Now, the thing about snow is it's pretty to look at. When snow has freshly fallen, when it's like just brand new, it looks really white and it's beautiful on houses, on trees, especially around Christmas time. But when you have to go outside in like 4 layers of clothes to shovel your driveway or dig your car out of snow, it's not pretty and it's not fun. But I just think it's so cool when people who've never seen snow see it for the first time. It's like, it's amazing. But anyway, let's get back to the lesson. What is your favorite season? Or what month, what season is your birthday in? I'd be interested to know if you want to put it in the comments section. You don't have to tell us when your birthday is, but just what season is it in? Is it in spring, summer, fall, or winter? I'll tell you that summer is my favorite season because that's when my birthday is. So I love the summer. It's super hot and I don't really love the heat, but having my birthday in summer is fun. Hey, Nitu! So what season is your birthday in? Let me know in the comment section. All right, so when we're talking about things to do, and I'm going to talk about in the Northeast because that's where I grew up. And so if we're talking about in the fall, what do? We can go to football games, we can go pumpkin picking, or explore a corn maze. Oh, your winter is your favorite season. That's very cool. A corn maze. Listen, when I first heard about a corn maze, I was like, what is that? And basically, it's literally like stalks of corn, and people create this maze, and you go in, and because the corn is so high, you can't really see outside, and you get lost. So it's just this cool thing that people make up. If they, a lot of farmers, a lot of people on farms will do this, and they'll sell tickets for admission, usually like $5 per person or something. And it's just a fun little activity you can take with a group of friends. The last time I went on a corn maze, or I went through a corn maze, was here in Georgia, and we did like guys versus girls. The guys won, but I'm pretty sure they cheated. So, whatever. Oh, your birthday's in the rainy season. So I think my birthday's in rainy season too, if we were to divide it between rainy season and dry season. So then in winter, what we can do is we can go snow tubing. Snow tubing is basically where you sit on a tube, think about a tire, like a tube, and you just go down a hill. Kind of like snowboarding, except you're sitting down on a tube and you're just holding on for dear life to the tube. And that's basically it. It's really fun, especially if you're with a group of people. You can go and do snow tubing by yourself, but it's not as fun. But it's anytime I go snow tubing, I'm like screaming and yelling, and the people next to me don't love it, but whatever. You can also go ice skating. So a lot of skating rinks or ponds, people will turn them into skating rinks. And so you can go ice skating. We've gone ice skating in DC, in New York, Central Park. And you can also build a snowman or a snow woman and make it, you can use the carrots. We've done buttons, put a little scarf on it. The only thing is eventually it gets dirty because the snow starts to get, kind of gross with people shoveling and putting old snow on new snow and all of that. And the snowman will eventually melt, but it's fun. And with making a snowman, you can also do snow angels. So a snow angel is when you lie down on the ground and you basically move your arms in an up and down kind of motion off to the side, and you can make snow angels. Those are fun too. And then, so in spring, if you're in DC, you can go check out the cherry blossoms. Now that is a huge attraction because the cherry blossoms are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And so if you ever have the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C., I highly recommend going to see the cherry blossoms. There are also many festivals and concerts. Let me tell you, when spring and summer come around, the amount of festivals that are available here, regardless of where you live, it's insane. There are festivals for just about everything, for art, for writing, it's just insane how many festivals you can participate in when the months when it starts to get warmer, when the weather starts to get a little bit better. And you can also just go on a picnic. There are a lot of parks that are open and free to the public. Some parks you have to pay admission or you have to pay for parking, but you can go and have a picnic with friends. We used to do Frisbee on the mall, on the National Mall when I lived in DC, or we'd play capture the flag, or we'd play flag football, and that was always fun. We just kind of take the day and hang out with friends and eat some really good food. And then summer, the best season of the year, because that's when my birthday is, so I'm a little biased. There are more festivals. So if you don't get an opportunity to go to festivals in the springtime, then you can go to the festivals and the concerts during the summer. And some you can go for free. Some you might pay for parking. Some charge just a ticket fee for admission. But the amount of festivals that are available for you is just ridiculous. It's insane. It's ridiculous. Then there are amusement parks. So like Hershey in Pennsylvania, there's Dorney Park, there's Six Flags. Amusement parks are a huge attraction during the summer. You can go on rides, you can do water rides, or just regular rides like the Batman or the Superman and all that kind of fun, cool stuff. You can go camping. And then you can go to concerts in the park. So those are all a lot of really cool things to do in every season of the year. So there's really no reason to ever be bored or like not have anything to do. And of course, the options are almost always available throughout the year to go hiking or camping. There are people who camp in the winter. Not this person, but there are people who camp in the winter, so you can always go camping or glamping. I think that's the new one where it's like camping, but you have some like cool amenities available, so you're not like really in the woods, but you get that camping experience. I don't know. I wouldn't do it, but that's also available. So out of all of those activities, which one have you done? And which one do you think you would be interested in doing? Go ahead and write it in the comment section if you want to share and tell us a little bit about it. And today we're going to close with Around the World. So our Around the World article, it comes from BBC and it's by Kalpana Sundar and it talks about Bangladesh. And basically in Bangladesh, because of the monsoons and the weather and all this crazy stuff that's happening with the climate and with climate change, farmers are struggling to survive and basically make a living. So what they're doing is they're creating these floating vegetable gardens. And there's this really cool word, hydroponics. So if you get an opportunity to read the article, the link is in the description. Hydroponics just basically means it's a way, it's the process of growing plants without using soil. So these farmers are creating these rafts, and the rafts are made out of like patty stalks and water hyacinth, and they basically grow the plants in the rafts, and they grow the herbs and what have you in the rafts. And I thought it was really cool because I don't know if you remembered earlier, one of our live streams, we talked about how there were fishermen and people who made a living by selling their seafood, and they had to innovate. They had to think of another way to sell their merchandise because the pandemic was really hurting them. They were suffering and unable to make a living. So I get attracted to these ideas and these stories about people who are finding other ways to continue surviving in the midst of troubling times or difficulties. With hydroponics, it's not just exclusive to Bangladesh. It also happens in Kashmir, it happens in Myanmar. The farmers, they grow okra, spinach, turmeric, ginger, and it just shows what people do and how people can utilize their resources to find ways to continue living even when times are difficult or things happen that are unexpected. So you're welcome to go check out the article. Everything's in the description. And be sure, follow us on social media. I promise you're going to love the new content we've been working on. We have news coming up. Next month is our 5-year anniversary, so you're going to start seeing some other stuff happening. And I'm just really excited. Thank you so much for watching. If you have anything you want to add or if you want to engage a little bit after the live, leave your comments in the comment section.